What's up everybody? I'm Ruby Juice and welcome back to another Michigan Farm Let's Play. This time around we're going to be buying something with all of this money we got from that big harvest. We're just about ready to start another big harvest and we should be able to keep on rolling along and expanding the farm fairly quickly at this rate. So stay tuned, we're going to get our equipment all set up and ready for harvest, and then we're going to figure out what to do with all this money. So first things first, I've taken the herbicide out of the sprayer, filled it back up with just a bit of liquid fertilizer. There's one little strip here on our last field that we need to fertilize, and then everything will have 2 stages of fertilization done and herbicide sprayed. So we'll be able to just sit back and get ready for harvest. So the sprayer's in place and ready for as soon as we hit that next growth stage and we can fertilize this little patch. But until then, we'll get our equipment set up and ready to harvest. So we'll get our STS in position to do the headlands. And we've got our STS in place. We'll set up the T560 as well. So I think what we'll do with all of our equipment in place is go sleep through the night, and by then our field should be ready to harvest. So we'll go bring our truck home and then have a little rest and wake up to hopefully fields ready to go. And here we are, bright and early in the morning. Field is indeed ready to harvest for the most part. Not the whole thing though. Okay folks, and while we wait for our crops to finish growing and be ready to harvest, we need to figure out how are we going to spend this money that's just burning a hole in our pocket. I already think I've committed to buying some sort of seeder or planter, and so I think I'm going to go with the DB120. It's $472,000, but it's 36 meters wide, and it holds almost 8,300 liters of seed. It does only hold seed, it won't fertilize, which I know I'd mentioned was a problem in the last episode, but with the amount of time that we'll save having this planter, being able to plant soybeans with it, maybe we can get into some sunflowers or corn, and I believe this would be a great option for us. It doesn't require cultivating, which is a big deal for a planter. Only 325 horsepower requirement, so I think this is what we're going to go with. We're just going to go with the standard setup, nothing special about it. We can always add some flags later if we want, but it's a great looking mod. Now this is from Michigan Farms Modding and Gaming, which sadly I've heard that they've shut down their Facebook page. No more mods going to be coming from that team. I'm not exactly sure of the reason why, but very sad to see them go. They did give us a number of very excellent mods, obviously, including the map that this entire Let's Play is based on. So what better thing to buy than the DB120 from Michigan Farms Modding and Gaming. Now, in order to pull this seeder, we're going to need a bigger tractor. So we're going to need to get an 8R series. And what better than the John Deere 8R American version from Custom Modding. Beautiful looking machine. It's got the row crop duals on it. We will be buying just the 290 horsepower version for now, only until I can sell the horse planter that's sitting outside the shop here. Then we'll be able to upgrade this to hopefully the 8400R at 450 horsepower. Looking fantastic. Very excited to use this machine. So for now, we'll pull this over and we will sell this horse planter so that we can upgrade the horsepower on this 8400R. And by that I mean 8245R, which will become an 8400R. And we've got just enough money to upgrade to the 8400R. We could go for the 8370, save ourselves $10,000. But I think we should just go straight for the 8400R. It'll be very versatile, very useful in many aspects of the farm. And we see here, our field's ready to harvest. So we'll get both of our combines well on their way. Get this canola harvested. And then I think it'll be a good time to test out our new planter. Helper H has stopped work unexpectedly. Uh-oh. Not sure what the reason for that is. But I do need to make sure that I harvest that bit of headland so that we don't drive over it and destroy it. In any case, we'll send the T560 back the other way with a hired worker. Hopefully it will do a bit of a better job this time around. Since we've got our combines off and running, we just need to finish off fertilizing this little patch here on this field. Then everything will be fully fertilized. But we will need to go and fill it up again to make sure that we've got it ready to roll to fertilize in advance of our planting. Since our wonderful planter that we just bought doesn't have the option to carry fertilizer, we'll have to make 2 passes with the sprayer, one before and one after seeding. But I think it'll still be very quick. Given the working width of the seeder. Once we get this filling up with fertilizer, we're going to need to empty out the combines, I'm sure of it. And just like that, Helper C has a nearly full grain tank. And I'm sure our other helper does as well, or is very close. Helper C is full, that's our STS over there. This one's not full yet, so we'll empty out the T560 just to make sure it can stay on its way. And then we'll go worry about the STS. And now that our combines are both fully repaired, we don't have to worry about any funny speed differences. We can be certain they'll be running along at 10 kilometers per hour. So we've got that combine emptied out, and let's go let the STS get rid of its crop. I do see we've entered the negatives thanks to buying all the fertilizer. But it will pay off in spades. While we wait for the STS to empty out, let's bring our new planter right on back to the farm. So I was having some issues trying to fill this seeder till I realized I had no money. That's probably a problem when I'm trying to fill a seeder. So I've filled up my chaser bin. Need to empty into the truck. Still a fair bit of the field to go, so We're getting quite a bit of canola off of this field. We're going to be making a fair bit of money once again. So we'll bring our truck in. Our T560 has a full grain tank. So in the interest of full disclosure, I did already have this planter back here. Was filling it with seed. I got it full of seed, but then I accidentally put herbicide in it somehow. And that I wasn't too happy about. And I couldn't figure out how to unload it. So we're just going to go ahead and do this. So I've got it full of soybeans once again. Now I'll have to see if I can actually fill it with fertilizer as well, even though I didn't think I could. Of course, I have no money, so even if I wanted to, I couldn't. So this may well be in the right place, but I can't do it. Both of our combines sitting on full grain tanks. That's as good as it's going to get for now. We'll empty the combines and then we'll come back and put what we have into the truck. And that's where we're going to end the video for today. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for next time when we get that John Deere planter into action. Take care.